So we're out here with my special guest, who I'll introduce in a second. But this is Jenny's mitochondria garden, which is half done. I'm only allowed to show half, but I'm gonna flip the camera around. This is my special guest, Melanie Porter. Hi, Melanie. You ever say it?
Hello.
Yeah. Like I said, Melanie is an awesome human being, and we'll get into that a little bit.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this is
Well, hello.
this is our
I've been watching you guys.
this is our special ed cow. She's
What? Oh, this is the one that
she had some trauma. This is
Hello.
this is Lucy. She's new.
Hi, Lucy.
You're not a cow toucher, are you?
No, I'm not an animal toucher. Animals love me though.
Oh yeah, they do.
And
they're surrounded by really big ones right
The
now.
thing is that like dogs and cats, they really try to convince me that like love me, pet me. Dogs and cats will come out of the woodworks to come get me, and I'm just like
You had no hairs on you, but I see one. Just the beginning.
It is this
Just the beginning. There's Jack.
Hello, Jack.
So she
How
doesn't
are you?
she doesn't like hugs, Jack.
Sorry, but I like looking at you, Jack. I've kind of been your stalker on Facebook.
This is a personal meeting finally.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a little
I've been hearing about you.
and he gave you a very big brawl of approval. That's the longest one I think so
Came
far.
in like,
I have seemed to have been a magnet for animals. Anyways, we've had this is like the 10th show. I had 8 shows. I built this when my dad passed. We tried to rent the opera house to have some music for like a tribute to him. He's actually in that bucket up there.
okay.
We'll figure out what to do with them. Anyways, so we had a music event here, kind of where Jenny was. The stage was over there, and then I just kept playing out here for the cows, and they liked it. So basically, when I come out here, or somebody comes here to play, your live audience is the cows. I joke that Silly Bones and 1/4 person are another part of the audience. So, yeah, what have you been up to?
Working.
Yeah.
Working and finishing my doctorate.
Yeah, how's that going? I'm gonna ask you about that.
It's fantastic. It's a lot of work,
Yeah.
but it's great work, and I'm excited about it. I am excited about some new things that are happening. So we'll see what comes of that.
Got some stuff brewing?
I do, and I'm not ready to launch just as of yet, but I will tell you that I am going to make my voice very lucrative. So
You could very easily do that. I'm not sure what you're talking about, but you have a voice that has a lot of very important things to say. So
well, not just that I have to say, but I want to say what other people need to say. So as far as advertising and script writing and things of that nature, and so I am launching into my voiceover.
interesting.
Yeah.
You have a good voiceover voice.
So I am launching my voiceover business. Should I be talking to you or talking to the camera? How does this
Whatever
work?
the heck you want to do, it's a barn.
You're in a barn with cows.
Cows.
With cows and a donkey.
Yeah, cows really don't understand what we're talking about. But George.
So what happens is I want to be able to lend my voice to scripts. Ultimately,
Yeah,
I want to
George.
be animated.
That is a good dream. I'll join you with that.
I would love to be animated. Disney, Pixar, all of it.
I don't know if I have that voice for a guy. I did get a Paramount wants to maybe have me for an Amish guy. There was a cast calling for people with beards and
Yeah,
I really didn't spend much time on my what is that portfolio picture?
Yeah.
I just took one while I was on the toilet. So,
Oh,
but it's all about the beard. So it wasn't,
yeah, but the bathroom has the best lighting.
It
So.
does have the best lighting, and you couldn't really tell. I wasn't pushing anything, so it's good. But that's a cool career to think about voiceover.
Yeah, I'm gonna start part-time, but eventually I would like it to be able to turn it into a full-time. So my stage name is Take a Listen.
Take a listen.
Yes, but it's spelled TAKALISTEN. So that website will be coming soon.
That's great.
Yes, and so take a listen.
If I was listening to like a public service announcements and it had your voice telling me to do it, I think I'd do it.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, that's a good
So
thing.
I would really like not only to be animated, but I want to be like for the female popularity of voices, like that recognizable like James Earl Jones is.
I was gonna.
So
I-
James Earl Jones's voice,
I
you're
was
gonna know
I
it
was
no matter
honestly
what
gonna say,
he's
I was gonna say
doing.
that you're like a female James Earl Jones, but I didn't know if like you could say
Yes,
that.
that's where
No,
I'm
you
going.
got that smoothness, like a beautiful whiskey, which you've never drank before.
Yeah. So, but look, if there's a whiskey place out there that needs an advertisement,
Smooth.
and you want me to
Smooth
say
voice, yeah.
smooth whiskey,
Yeah, yeah, you know, it's a,
that's what I want
and
to.
you have the confidence behind the voice, because I know you for so many years.
I'm building up my confidence, like
Yeah.
I'm working on me, and
Yeah.
I've gotten a little bit better at being comfortable in my own skin. And so, but that also came with being able to enjoy what I sound like, because for many, many years I have not been a fan of my own voice.
So you're not a fan of your own voice, but yet now you have a great voice for doing voiceover. That's a journey.
It is, because I've been told for years that I have a great voice. Everybody's just like, "What do you do? Like, you have to." People say, "Oh, you look like you can sing," which I don't really know what that look is.
Yeah.
But they say that, and then they're just like, "You have a
Have you-
really smooth talking voice." So I usually get when I'm on the phone some very risque commentary. My morning voice and my evening voice has a lower register.
But yeah, it does.
So, perhaps, I don't know.
I'm just thinking of all the cool stuff we could have you do for voiceovers for the farm. Like, yeah. Yeah, you know what? If I ever do a documentary on Good School Farm, I want you to narrate it. 'Cause
That'd be
yeah,
cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Like,
I'd love to
this
narrate.
Drone going around. Yeah, I'll make you say funny things.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'd like to do some narration. Like,
Yeah.
I would love to do
So you're gonna
some
get
National
you're
Geographic
gonna get a PhD in what?
Human Services.
Human services, and then you're gonna like be a cartoon figure, which is like a brilliant thing, really.
That's kind of cool, though.
Yeah, you could be a socially appropriate cartoon figure with a smooth voice.
Pixar, if you're
Pixar,
out
like the
there.
dancing one I got. Yeah, I don't know.
If
what
you need but I have a motherly kind of structured in my tone, but also from so many years of teaching that it comes across very authoritative,
Yeah.
but not super aggressive.
No,
Although I can, like if
No.
I was really angry, it can get very pointed.
We both worked at a place that was like a military boot camp prison, and you kind of kept me in mind sometimes. You kind of like give me that. But you're also, I have to say this, you're also one of the few women who still lets me call beautiful. Like, I used to come in and say, "You're beautiful." Other people, they're like, "Why you call me beautiful?" And I just like that.
I like it.
Yeah, I know. You like
I
it.
like
and
it.
you
I
encouraged
take
it.
And you brought me flowers. That was so
Because,
awesome.
Yeah, I just, those things I appreciate doing for people. And everybody else I was a little scared about, like, what are they going to think if I brought flowers in or call them beautiful? Actually, then one day, the psychologist working there is like, "Well, if you don't call me beautiful, does that mean you're not beautiful?" So I got in that trouble, so I ended up calling everybody beautiful for a couple weeks.
I think you just got in trouble.
I always get in trouble.
It didn't matter what you
did.
did.
But also there was an air of very traditional lines that I think Chris has the personality to where he's not one to walk a specific line. And
I
that's
walk on eggs, I
okay.
walk on eggs, yeah.
And that's okay. But I also think that if you're a line walker, that's okay. But you can't then force everybody to then walk a line.
You kept me in line in a very motherly way. Actually, your voice is more motherly than my mother. My mother's very German, so it's more of an order.
Oh,
yeah. You were going to. You must do this. You can't live like this. You've got this. You have to trim your beard.
But there were a lot of other coworkers that were like that as
Yeah.
well. That if they're teaching philosophies, they're teaching styles, if your style didn't mirror their style,
Yeah.
somehow it was wrong as opposed to just different.
You're-
And I think that that's where sometimes the confrontation really came.
It's really. I think it's way better to be a cartoon figure. I mean, cartoon figure you can probably say almost anything. I know that comedians and some musicians. I was thinking about this. We talked a lot about stuff.
Mhm.
That our philosophers nowadays, our comedians or musicians, they're the only ones who can kind of say stuff that's very off the spectrum or in the spectrum and get away with it. But maybe a cartoon figure could too.
Well, I'm not a comedian by any stretch. I'm rather the stick in the mud. But I would like
You're a funny stick in the mud.
try to be every now
I
and
mean,
then.
you got some color and stuff. Like, I mean, not just a normal stick in the mud. It's like this is a bright stick with colors, and, like rainbows and like curtains coming out. Yeah, like just beautiful flags and yeah.
But it's interesting. But I think when people have an idea of what they want to share, I think that there is a right way and a wrong way to approach things, but I can't force my ideologies on anyone.
No.
That's how I think and feel, and however you think and feel, then let's find some common ground to continue the conversation. And I think that there were some people, particularly our former coworkers, that were not interested in having the conversation. It was, I'm right, so get on my boat.
Yeah.
So
I think that's a problem everywhere out there.
it
like,
is.
What
it's
is
a problem
What
everywhere.
do we have in common? You know what I mean? I like I like food. Yeah.
We
have
share
a lot in common. Yeah.
We actually
I love
have a lot
sleeping
more in
in
common
common.
than we have that defines us into these
Why are we always
separated
looking for
groups.
stuff we don't get along with? That's a weird concept, isn't it?
It really is. I mean, we share humanity. I mean, our makeup is the same. If you cut me, I will bleed just as much as if we cut you. Except the other day, I had a nurse come and she poked me 3 times, got no blood. So,
Yeah.
so we'll see.
Most of us have hair. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
And
I-
we all have, the same fears and the same awkwardness. If you trip and fall,
Yeah, bodies ache when we get older.
Indeed,
Yeah.
indeed. And if we could come to some type of
My dad used to do this though. When I brought a girl back to my house, he would look at them, size them up, and then he'd be like, mayonnaise or Miracle Whip. And you had to answer right, or it was like I'm not even tell you what the right answer was in our family, but it was, he always said you had to have some criteria to judge people, and I thought that was a pretty good one. Then you just there's no more judging after that.
which is
What's
interesting.
it? Yeah.
Because what if the person says neither?
Neither. And you accept that too.
Neither. I choose mustard.
I choose mustard. Mustard, yeah, that,
I'm
Yeah,
not really a fan
I
of
just
Miracle
dry-
Whip or mayonnaise.
Dry with a pickle.
I
Yeah.
choose mustard.
Dry with
You
pickle.
know, and
Zero.
yellow mustard.
Yeah.
French's actually.
Yeah, I like the German beer mustard. So you're right, there's just no answer.
Yeah, but there definitely is a lot more that binds us together.